Nathan Judo. I'm here with Wolves reporter Tim Spiers. Tim, we just heard from Nuno, ready for Nottingham Forest on Saturday, and he says they've learnt a lot from the Swansea defeat on Wednesday night.
Yeah, he didn't say what they'd learned, but they have learned a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, no, of course he learned an awful lot about his fringe players, some of whom we might not see for a while, like Will Norris, Morgan Gibbs-White, etc. But yeah, they're good to go for tomorrow.
They haven't lost since October. Do you feel like sometimes it's a good kick up the backside of defeat, maybe, especially in a cup competition where, I mean, the main thing is obviously the league. It
has been this season. Every time they've lost, they've responded. Although after they lost on penalties to Man City, they did go and lose at QPR. So I don't know. They're in a bit of a mini slump by their extremely high standards.
Yeah.
You know, out of the last 6, I think they've drawn 3, won 2 and lost 1, so it's awful. by Wolves' standards, terrible. Yeah. So yeah, no, he'll be looking for a reaction tomorrow, because mostly in terms of performance, I think, because at Barnsley they weren't themselves.
Yeah.
On Wednesday night they weren't themselves, albeit it was half the first team. So yeah, he'll be looking for a reaction, definitely.
But they've started sloppily at Barnsley and against Swansea. Why is that, do you think?
It's a good question. I mean, that was what was so good about them in the first half of the season. They were scoring early and not conceding and just making it look very easy, and they're not starting games like they used to. They're not getting on the front foot. You know, maybe fatigue, mentally or physically. I don't know, but they're not starting like a house on fire. They need to get that back, because Forest are a dangerous team.
A dangerous team, and also they're going to need that volume at Molineux as well. Someone said it's a little bit not particularly noisy recently.
Yeah.
Is that just because they're winning and, you know, there's nothing to really cheer for? They're expecting a win, expecting 3 points, or something else?
It's hard to judge from the press box, but speaking to fans, you know, really interesting debate on Twitter yesterday, sparked by a comment made in the fan verdict we run on the website, saying it was very quiet at Swansea. It was a little bit quiet at Barnsley, considering there were so many there. I guess you've got to put it down to expectations and not complacency, but certainly, I mean, everybody's turning up thinking Wolves are going to win today, whoever they play, home or away.
Well, you are.
So cheeky good. So there's probably an element of that to it. I think if Wolves were top of the table by a point, it'd be different.
Sure.
Because they really need the 12th man to drive them on, but they don't need a 12th man. They barely need 11, let alone 12. So maybe that's part of it. I don't know. It's interesting debate for the fans to have. But anyway, either way, packed house tomorrow. I'm sure Forest will bring a few, and I'm sure it'll be noisy. And
a new manager, Aitor Karanka. Obviously, we know quite a lot about him, and he's
well, you do.
Well, I do. You know a little bit about him as well.
A little bit.
Obviously, took Middlesbrough into the Premier League as well, and his team will play football. He'll want to play football, and will that suit Wolves rather than kick it, lump it?
Depends what style of football they play. Do you know what? In a video first.
No.
Shall I turn the tables on you? What kind of style of football does he
likes to play from the back, and I think he'll sort them out defensively first, and I think that's the most important thing for Nottingham Forest. Yeah. but at the same time, we want to play football, play it along the ground, and I think that will probably suit Wolves.
I mean, you look at his middle team; they're extremely organised. Didn't concede many goals at all. Now he's only been there a week and a half, so he's not going to have changed a huge amount around. But you do see it when new managers come in with teams that have been shipping a lot of goals. They work really hard defensively on the training ground. We saw it with Paul Lambert when he came in at Wolves, and they got a 0-0 at Preston after they'd been conceding goals left, right, and centre. So
that was a cold day.
That was freezing,
frigid,
and stop saying that. And completely lost my train of thought. So they'll be organised and presumably be harder to beat than they have been. And we saw anyone who watched that game against Arsenal.
Oh, I was going to say.
Decent team there, by the way. Kieran Dowell, what a player. Everton loanee, he's fantastic. Brereton as well. They've got Michael Mancian coming back, former Wolves defender. Not really a danger man, but you know. So yeah, Zach Clough as well has done well against Wolves in the past. So of course they've got dangerous players, and they come here with absolutely nothing to prove, and high levels of motivation, both to beat the league leaders and to impress their new manager. And
like you said, I mean, they've gone to Ellen Road as well just before that and got a 0-0 draw, so there'll be no mugs.
No mugs whatsoever. It's all about the first goal for me. If Wolves get the first goal, I can see them coasting home. But if you know, you've got to say Forest are capable of springing a surprise, and Wolves have got to be on it, and this is the case now for the rest of the week. They can't take their foot off the gas, because if they do, there are plenty of teams dying for them to slip up who will look to capitalise.
Diogo Jota, Leo Bonatini came on at Swansea, looked lively. I expect many changes for Saturday.
So do I.
Yes.
Yes.
How many? How many are you predicting? Oh, a lot. 9.
What? Yeah, 9. Yeah, the wing backs will stay.
Yeah.
It'll be. I predict Ruddy in goal. Your back three will be restored. So it'll be Bennett, Cody, and what's his name, Willy Bolly.
Willy Bolly.
And then Neves and Sace in midfield.
Yeah.
And then I think again for Jota, Bonatini, who showed Rafa Mir how it's done on Wednesday. You know, Mir is a massive learning curve for him. I'm sure he'll learn an awful lot. But he's looked good off the bench the last couple of weeks, so I think they'll revert back to that. And then obviously Jota on the left. Interestingly, Sace and Neves, both on 9 bookings.
I was going to say 2 match bans.
2 match bans. The cut-off point isn't until March, so they're going to be treading this tightrope for a for a little while.
After the Jai's like, yeah, come on then.
Yeah. If they don't fancy Ipswich away, which not many of us do, then
what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
Cheeky little booking tomorrow. No. But that's certainly something to be aware of, because if you know, if they both get booked in the same game,
absolutely,
that's a problem.
Morgan.
Yeah, Gibbs White, champion of the bit. Yep.
I mean, Nuno was asked in the press conference, all gone a little bit quiet on transfers. Anything to worry about, or do you know?
No,
anything at all?
Well, they're top of the league by 10 points, so I think they're desperate to improve the squad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So as previously discussed, I think they're waiting to see how Rafa Mir does, and if he's going to make a real big contribution in the second half of the season. And if he's young as well, that's got to take into account. So if he's not ready to contribute, then I think they'll dip into the transfer market.
Spoke to Diogo.
Splash.
Like it. Diego Jota spoke to him. Much to say?
Yeah. Like speaking to Diogo, good lad, very, very grounded for a man of such talent. Complete opposite to you in so many ways. And so he was obviously really pleased with his contribution, as was everybody. Wednesday, he looked back to his best, really lively, 20 minutes off the bench, stunning goal. He looked like the Jota of kind of November and earlier. Yeah. And he enjoyed his best day of the season, probably at Forest away in their reverse fixture when they won 2-1. He scored both goals, looked electric. So if he gets back to that tomorrow, then that's a massive weapon in Wolves' armoury, because otherwise they have looked a bit short of firepower in the last kind of week or so.
Roman Sace came on towards the end and played kind of like that right wing back. Jordan Graham has been recalled. Is that could he be involved tomorrow in the matchday squad?
Sace at right wing back. I don't think we're seeing that again. Jordan Graham. I don't know. It's either him or Bright on the bench. I think if you're looking at it, just read out my predicted team there. Your bench will be Mir, Cavallero, and Ina Bakari. So does Graham really fit into that? If he is a right wing back, and that's exactly as they see him, and they see him as a defensive substitution, then he might get on the bench. But I don't know. They haven't brought him back. Well, not that he was playing at Fulham anyway, but they haven't brought him back to do nothing with him. It's a real shame they didn't get through to the next round of the Cup, because he'd been nailed on to start at Notts County. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's getting ahead of Bright, to be honest. But we'll see. You never know.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Full house. Got to love it. Absolutely buzzing for it.
Yeah. Myself and Tim will be at Molineux tomorrow. It's Wolves against Nottingham Forest for all the build up on this one. Make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.